Good evening, fellas. How you doing? Good. All right. Thanks for giving me this time with you after this practice. I know it's been daunting today. It's been hot. You guys are ready to go home. Thank you for giving me some time to speak to you. So back in 1998, 99, I was a senior in high school playing football just like you guys. In 99, I joined the Marine Corps, and in 2003, I got deployed to Iraq. When I was in Iraq, I had experienced things out there that I wasn't ready to experience. But what had happened, though, is that I was able to start pulling on some certain things that I learned when I was right here in your guys' pads, right here on a field like this playing football. But one thing I want to do real quick with you to kind of keep your attention is when I joined the Marine Corps, we did something in boot camp that helped everybody keep attention while we were talking. And so I know you guys are tired right now. You want to get out of here. So I want to keep your attention. So what I want you to do is when I say the word ears, I want to hear you say open. Good to go? Yes, sir. Ears. Open. Ears. Open. When I say eyeballs, I want you to say click. And then you turn your eyeballs towards me. All right? Eyeballs. Click. Eyeballs. Click. Ears. Open. Ears. Open. All right, so when I was in high school in 98, my senior year, I remember a specific football game where I was ready to go out to that game and tear up this one particular dude, right? He was known every year for being the guy that would catch the punt returns and run straight through everybody. If you had 3 or 4 guys brave enough to get in his way, you might take him down. And I made it my purpose. I said in my intention in my heart that I was going to take this guy down. So I practiced all week for it. I lifted harder. I prepped harder. I ran harder. I hit harder in practice. Then we get out to the game, and on my first opportunity to run down the field and take this cat on, he caught the ball. He tucked it. He wasn't about juking and spinning around people, straight down the field. I went right after him, and I said, I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to hit him so hard that we're going to be watching this replay out for the next 2 weeks. I ran down the field and I locked him in my sights, and I saw him take one guy out in front of me, and I figured this is my chance, and I bared down to go hit him, and what happened? You hit him. He knocked the hell out of me. I flew back, somersaulted, head over heels, woke up, tried to figure out what just happened. Got up, everybody's going to their respective sidelines, said, all right, didn't get him. Ran to my respective sideline, and my coach looked at me and he said, you good? I said, I'm good. And I felt something rise up in me at that moment. It's the first time I ever felt it. I'd never been hit like that before. And I said, I'm good. He goes, you sure? I said, I'm good. What he didn't know about me at that time and what I was discovering about myself is that there was a certain drive and a certain determination about me that wouldn't allow me to get hit like that and decide this is it, I'm done. I decided that I was going to get another opportunity. I decided that when I had another chance to get out there and take him on again, I was going to make sure that he did not see the same man again. I might look the same on the outside. It might be the same numbers coming at him as last time, but he's getting a different man this time. And I purposed it in my heart again. I said, I got him this time. And I ran down the field. I saw him again the next opportunity. And I let out a scream. Ah! What happened? I knocked the hell out of him that time. Sent him back rolling, trying to figure out what just happened. And I stood above him. And I said, yeah. And then I got the unsportsmanlike conduct flag. I started learning a little bit more about myself. Went back to the sidelines, and the coach said, what was that? I said, I'm sorry, I won't do it next time. I get out there for a third time. Went down there, I'm going to hit him again. What I didn't know about him this time is that he was the same kind of person I was, and I didn't realize it. He got hit hard and realized in his heart, I'm not letting that happen to me again. And so we went down the field, and I hit him the third time, and what happened? You guys hit each other. I thought he got the best of me. I'm laying on the ground, trying to figure out what just happened. And then I get up, and 5 feet from me, he's laying on the ground, trying to figure out what just happened. And 5 feet over here, everyone's fighting for the ball. So I get up, and I walk over to him, and I grab his hand, and I help him do his feet. I look him in the eyes, and I say, are you good? He said, I'm good. And we gave each other a nice little bro hug, went to our respective sidelines. I learned some things during that time. I'm not just trying to relive my high school glory days with you guys. There were certain things I learned on the football field during that time that helped me as I started moving forward in life. Certain things that developed my character, that developed who I was as a person, as a man, and eventually as a Marine, and as a father, and as a leader in my community. These were things that started here on the football field. Because when I got to Iraq in 2003, and I was in Baghdad, and I was on top of a building trying to find the enemy, and a rocket smashed the wall in front of my face and blew me up, sent me back 10 feet and knocked me out. When I came to, the Marine looking down at me with his hand, picked me up, looked me in the eyes, and he said, "Are you good?" I said, "I'm good, let's go." And got right back in that fight. Because I had been hit like that before. I knew what that was. I had built that in my character, that I'm not going to let it hit like that take me down. So I built that in my character, that I would have that drive and that determination that no matter how hard I got hit, I'm getting back up, I'm going to rise up, and let's go. And I could do that when it came to physical things. People hitting me, rockets hitting me, I didn't care. I'm a beast, I can do it. Then I came home, and I started encountering an opposition that I wasn't used to, that I didn't know. Things like depression. Things like nightmares, waking up screaming. These are things I wasn't ready for. I didn't know what it was. And what happens when you start dealing with rage and anger and depression and you don't have pads to put on and hitting anybody anymore? What happens when you can't lay somebody out down the field? What happens when you can't just send bullets and bombs down range at bad guys? How do you deal with it? I guarantee you right now, there are plenty of you in this group that are dealing with depression and things that are holding you down emotionally. And you come out here on the field and you take it out on the field, and that's beautiful. But you're building a character inside of you. You're building a toughness inside of you. And that's not just a physical toughness, it's a mental toughness. It's something that's going to allow you to come against things at certain points in your life that are going to hit you emotionally and mentally and are going to knock you down to where you have to think, do I want to get back up? Do I want to keep fighting? Is this the last time life's going to knock me down? Whether it's here on the football field, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's at home with your family, something in life's going to happen that's going to knock you down. And you're going to need that mental toughness to get back up. And you learn that right here. Don't take these times for granted. These are times that are going to build you not just as a player, not just as an athlete, but as a man. This is a time that's going to build your character into somebody that can be respected as you grow older, into a father that can be an example for his children, into a man who can be a respected leader in his community. Don't take these times for granted. Ears. Open. Ears. Open. Eyeballs. Clear. Look at me when I say this. Hold on to these times and know that this is the time in your life where you get to begin to develop who you are inside and who you are as a person and the character that you're going to bring into the later parts of your life. And the things that you learn here on the football field could very well save your life later on down the road. Good to go? Yes, sir. So when you get hit and knocked down, you need to have that thought in your head that it's time to rise up and let's go. Rise up and let's go. Good to go? Yes, sir. So when you rise up, you do what? Let's go. Rise up. Let's go. Rise up. Let's go. Rise up. Let's go. Rise up. Let's go. Keep that in your head at all times. Good to go? Yes, sir. Right on.